Hi, I'm going to show you how to build the new Avanti Clear Tower. It's basically you're just putting the tower together, zipping it up, putting a hub on the top and the bottom. It's really simple. The way you're going to receive these is the different towers nested together. So, it could be opened up a little, separate them, pull them apart, and just deal with one at a time. So you may need to bend some of the sides a little more just to get it, and you'll see it'll kind of stand in the form of a 6-around tower. First, we want to focus on the seam. This plastic is going to be left on just for shipping safety so that it doesn't get scratched. You'll want to make sure that it's peeled back from the edges. You don't want to catch that underneath while you are attaching this. So if you make sure that the plastic is away from all of the edges, then you can go ahead and get started. You'll need to find the canoe clips, which come in a bag. They should be with your pockets. This is what connects the tower. So you're going to overlap your seam side. You do not want to go to these top holes. Those are for the hub. So you'll want to connect the seam, line it up all the way down, get one edge in the whole way, and you can start up at the top. You just insert a canoe clip, use the finger holes that are cut in this to get leverage, and pop it in. So I like to put the bottom one on then, so the whole tower is kind of formed. You can continue down the line if that's easiest for you, but get that bottom one. Remember, it's not the very bottom holes, it's along this seam. Put your clip in and pop. Then you'll want to take your clips and do it the length of the seam and get that whole thing buttoned up together. There are finger holes, put in to help you get that leverage behind so that you can really feel them snap through, and they'll pop. You'll feel it and know that they're all the way through. So if you just, my ring got caught. Do this the whole length. Once you kind of get a technique, you can pop them pretty quickly. Make sure that plastic is out of the way. You do not want to get that pinched in there. It's very hard to get back out. Especially if you're in a dirty back room, you'll want to keep the plastic on to protect the clear from getting static dust and different filth to it. So it's best to keep it on. You can take it off at the beginning if needed. Keep going down the line, pop. Alright, once your seam is done and your tower is formed, you're going to put the hubs on. So you'll locate the white hubs. You want to make sure that you find the side with the double holes. That's what goes along your seam. That's these 2 holes at the top that we didn't want to overlap before. So you'll line your hub up. The hub is always on the outside. So for instance, if this one, doesn't quite go, you just push it in and the hub holds the whole tower together. You'll then take the same fasteners, there are finger holes at the top also to help, line those holes up and push it in. You'll do that all the way around to secure this hub. There you go, all the way around. I might skip a few of these for the purpose of time for the video, but you'll then flip the tower and do that on the bottom as well. Again, find your double holes on the hub, line it up with the seam, get all of the panels behind, push it down over, connect. Pop them through. Then you'll want to make sure your tower's oriented right when you go back to install it.
And how do we know which is right?
There are slots that kind of create this U, so you'll want the side slots, and you do not have a slot up here. The bottom of your pocket is a little further down. At the bottom, the slot is all the way against the hub. That indicates the bottom of this panel. So you'll then put it on the tower, insert your pockets, pop them back out, and you're good to go.